Who's gonna look after my kids? You gonna cuff them and bring them too?
I'll keep an eye on them.
Well, that makes me feel a lot better. You hear that, kids? A nice lady called the cops on me is gonna take care of you. Just wait, okay? Just wait. I just wanna... Hey! Don't touch my kids!
Look, it's okay. We're just gonna take them back to the station.
Wait, hold it. Where are you taking her?
Where have you been?
I got here as fast as I could. You said you were gonna hold her here for me.
And you said you were gonna be 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, I was.
It was an hour ago.
It was not really
Yes.
an hour, really?
Yeah, an hour. An hour of them keeping me away from my kids after arresting me for absolutely no reason.
She left the store with almost $400 worth of merchandise.
She tried to distract me with her kids, but I saw her put that suit in her bag.
Which would have been impossible because she was looking at herself in the mirror putting on lip gloss, all right?
Don't say anything.
What, I'm supposed to let her tell lies about me?
No, I said there are incrimination issues.
They recovered the suit from the bag.
My kids are running out of the store. I was running after them. The only reason I put it in the bag is because I didn't want to throw it on the frickin' floor.
Oh, there you go. So this was a mistake.
Yeah.
Mistake? I wouldn't have called the police if I thought it was a mistake. I'm not an idiot.
Yes, you are. You are an idiot.
All right,
And a hard-hearted little bitch.
Not in front of the kids.
She could have given me the benefit of the doubt is all I'm saying.
I could get fired for ignoring stuff like this.
Well, we wouldn't want that, would we? But I should go to jail and my kids get taken away
No,
from
hey,
me.
that's not going to happen. Sharon, come on. This sounds like a misunderstanding.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like she used her kids, and I don't like it.
Okay, well, what's going to happen to the kids then?
I'll just call the father when we get back to the station.
You won't be able to reach him. He works for the TTCs in the tunnels all the time. He can take him.
What? Oh, no, I don't think, no.
Please? I don't want them sitting in the freaking police station, all right?
I'm probably not a good,
Please help me.
Yes. No, I'll look after the kids.
Look, I don't know. What if you can't get in touch with the father?
Oh, come on. He's got to come up for air sooner or later, right? I mean, come on. You might want to cut her a little bit of slack here. I mean, she's getting arrested, in front of our kids. And there is a serious doubt as to her intent, right? I mean, this could be a matter of, insensitive, inexperienced store clerk, right?
Hey!
Kitty, just making a point. You know what? So, let's not cause them any more drama, okay?
You guys okay to go with him for a while?
Yeah. See, they're good.
Don't worry, you guys, all right? Everything's gonna be fine, okay?
Okay.
Promise me you won't worry. Don't let them worry, okay?
Let's go.
Don't worry. You, not to worry. Sorry about that.
Forced to choose the oak flooring. I should have gone with the cork. It's much more environmentally friendly. It's also warmer. It's better sound insulation and a wider variety of color choices. I'd advise everyone here to keep that in mind if you ever start renovating.
Mr. Ray, can you tell us what she's talking about?
It was that wanker architect my husband hired. Clean, modern lines with cold, hard edges. I never wanted that. I'm a warm, loving person, but he took his inspiration from my husband, and he wanted an escape from his work. He needed something zen-like and meditative. Well, now he can go meditate in the ashes, can't he?
Your worship, perhaps it's the trauma of watching her house burn down, but my client seems to have broken away from reality to some extent. I think she should see a psychiatrist.
Why? She knows what she did. The police found her standing outside her house, gleefully watching it burn to the ground. She said she hated the renovation, wanted to start again.
A bold decision. Give the woman a medal for innovation and courage.
With due respect, she seems completely separated from the proceedings, and her inability to comprehend the severity of her actions is much more relevant than whether or not she knows what she did.
Is that true? I mean, I'm just curious, because this comes up a lot, and I've never been able to,
Do you know where you are, ma'am?
Yes, I'm in a courtroom.
Do you know why?
Well, isn't that the subject I was just addressing? So, if we could clear this matter up, I'd like to get on with the task of rebuilding my house. $180,000. That's how much money I sank into that renovation. And for that kind of money, I think you should be happy with the renovations. And I was definitely not happy!
I really think this would be better handled in mental health court, your worship.
Well, even though she seems a little more than preoccupied, she's not unfit, Mr. Ray.
But her obsessive and highly anxious state is surely some indication of some...
Let's move on, counsel. What's the Crown's position on this?
Well, arson's a serious charge, right? Can't release her without a surety.
I need a little more time to locate her husband, your worship.
The spineless turd bailed on me months ago. It was all too stressful.
Well, I'd like to try. Anyway, I don't think she belongs in jail.
Okay, we'll hold the matter down until after lunch. Good luck to you, Miss Taft.
What do you mean with the house? Thanks.
Do you think there's that much difference between hardwood and cork flooring? I can understand if she didn't like the color.
Let's take a hike, you pigs.
He's claiming religious asylum. I mean, I knew he was crazy, but...
These guys smell blood. This could turn ugly fast. You hardly ever get to watch a full-blown riot.
Hey, I brought you here to stop it, not watch it, okay?
Yeah, but some things have a natural momentum. They just need to play out. You know what I'm
My
saying?
mother's inside of this building, you know?
She old?
She's not only old, she's in a goddamn wheelchair.
I wish she would noxious fumes. Because if the tear gas doesn't kill her, she'll be okay. I doubt these guys will beat an old lady in a wheelchair, at least not in broad daylight. Then again, they look pretty worked up. Hey, you son of a bitch.
You out for a stroll, Jack?
That guy you got in there.
Oh, don't tell me you represent the ass.
No, actually, my pal and I came down to score some crack, and I was wondering if you
Jesus.
could arrange safe passage. Look, maybe I could dog some sense into him.
You're welcome to give it a try, but you better hurry it up because things are starting to escalate, okay? This guy's got 20 minutes to come out peacefully.
You guys have sure softened, huh? You get a chance to gas and beat a man of God in his church, and you're willing to let him turn himself in? In the old days, you'd be harvesting his organs by now.
Does that look like a church to you, Jack? This guy's a major dealer, okay? There's enough heroin and crack in there to start a cartel.
Well, maybe he's just trying to find a way to make religion relevant in a world gone mad.
Yeah.
He's got a plan.
Well, I don't care about his plan, okay? I just want you out of here. Now, the police are gonna come here and this place is gonna burn. Hey, tell her.
You bleed from your eyes and your skin will burn so hot you'll go unconscious from the pain.
Is that so? And just who might you be?
Jack Angel. Your son came into my office looking for James Ryder, but he's had a breakdown of some kind.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. That man looked like he always was waiting for the roof to fall in on him.
Yeah, well, I guess it did. Anyway, he's gone. We got me now.
Well, aren't we lucky? And what are you going to do?
Lady, when the riot squad gets called in, they consider it a waste of time if things don't get at least a little messy. And the chance to wail on all these junkies you got in here might be too hard for them to resist.
A man or a woman who has no self-respect is not a man or a woman as far as I'm concerned.
Whoa, that's a voice.
No man or woman with the poison in his vein has self-respect. You think the warmth running through your veins when you get high is the Lord? You think it's his face you see smiling at you and telling you everything gonna be all right if you just keep running to the corner and giving the man his $10? No! It's the devil you're seeing, and he's leading you to the end of days. When the Lord comes, you'll know the difference.
People are so high, they don't even know what he's talking about.
When the Lord comes to you, it'll be like when he came to Job. When you're so deep in excrement that there's only one place to escape to, just one place.
Into his loving arms.
That's right, sister. Into his loving arms. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, here we go, here we go. You guys are just gonna sit right here, okay? And I'm gonna be back in, a few minutes, all right? Okay? All right. And don't speak to anybody, okay? All right. Oh, yeah. You know what? And try not to smile at anybody either, generally. And if you hear people talking about, like, just upsetting things, or people yelling at each other, then plug your ears, okay? Okay.
You think that's gonna do it, Mr. Sachs?
Huh?
Plugging their ears? You can't leave children here unattended. What's the matter with you?
Oh, no, I know, but I'm not gonna be long, and I gotta get down to the cells, right?
Yeah, well, you sure as hell can't take them down there, can you?
No.
None of your colleagues around? What about Miss Dow? Don't you usually saddle her with this kind of
Exactly, but I don't know where she... well, Your Honor. Maybe
You're not about to ask me to babysit these children, are you?
It's just that I'm...
You're what, insane? No, I'll tell you what, go ahead, ask me. Because I don't have anything better to do. Come on, Mr. Sachs, let's see if you have the gonads. Come on. I'm waiting, Mr. Sachs. Ask me. And so, Buffy Picador, the most famous clown in all of Panama, stepped into the general's bunker and was never seen again. It's kind of tragic when you think about it. What's the matter? You look at the set. Here, play with these. I picked them up in Puerto Vallarta about 10 years ago. They're just cheap third world shit, and the sun's faded their outfits, but here, anyway. What's the matter with you two?
I'm afraid of clowns. He's afraid of clowns.
Oh, that's too bad. But I'm a nice clown. I could be your friend. Not a really close friend, but an acquaintance. Well, just sit there then.
Sandy, I'm having a slight problem getting in touch with your husband.
Yeah, I told you, he's down.
No, he's not at work. Actually, they said that he quit 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay. He's gone. He probably moved to Sudbury.
Well,
he met this woman from there, a masseuse, and now they
think
probably...
he just left without telling you?
Yeah, well, that's his style, eh?
Who should we call then? Who can we call to come pick up your kids?
No one. There's no one to call. I'm all they got. And now I'm,
Okay, Hamilton, yeah. Don't get upset, though, okay, please? Because when you get upset, it's very hard. I can't think, and and if I can't think, I can't help you. And what I really need to do
You know what you need
here...
to do? You need to get me out of jail, all right? Because if you don't, they might put my kids in foster home, okay? And I know some of them are good, but what if it's not one of the good ones? What if it's one of the shitty ones? You hear stories about those places,
I know.
all
Hey, I
right?
can't hear those stories, okay? So please, we gotta stop now, because now I am getting upset now.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Like, who's the one who's going to jail here?
You're not gonna go to jail, because I'm gonna try to get you out on bail.
When? When are you going to do that? Are you going to do that now?
No, soon. As soon as I can find someone to act as...
I told you, I got no one, all right? It's just the three of us. You know what? Think if I had any help, I'd be in this friggin' mess.
The only other option we have is that you plead guilty.
If I do that, I'll get out.
Yeah, I don't know, because you see, you've got this conviction for welfare fraud, right?
You can't keep me in jail if I got no one to look after my kids,
Okay,
right?
I know, but you know what? I think we should be fighting this anyway, Sandy.
What, you mean a trial?
Sure, you didn't mean to take the clothes.
I didn't mean to get caught, all right? I definitely meant to take that suit. I wasn't going to tell the cops that, right? Look, I got 3 jobs. I work from 9 to 3 at Tim Hortons, and I work from home at night taking orders for pizza, and then on the weekends my kids get to come and watch me clean banks. And I still can't afford anything, all right? I can't even afford to buy them a hot dog on the street.
A hot dog?
I just thought if I had that suit, that maybe I could get a better job, all right?
Sure.
Maybe I could be an office temp or something, because I can actually type pretty good. And who the can't answer a phone, right?
I don't know. It's okay. Listen, you know what? It's okay.
Stupid. I'm just so stupid.
No. Look, I'm gonna talk to the Crown, okay? So your husband is completely out of the picture, right?
Oh yeah, well, Sudbury, I don't think he'll be dropping by much.
Right. Okay. So because he's not giving you money, he's not supporting you
Well,
anymore.
he sent me a couple bucks when his woman got tired of me calling an egg and nothing for like 6 months. Hey.
What?
I don't want you to,
What?
be turning my life into some pathetic sob story, all right? You tried that with the welfare thing and it didn't work.
No, it's not pathetic. It's real, Sandy. And I think I need to convince the Crown how you got into this situation.
Maybe after you do that, maybe you can explain it to me.
You're alone there. You got these two kids, and you are alone, right? I mean, you're not dating or anything.
What, you think I got a secret life or something?
What? No.
What, you think in between, dropping off my kids at school, working, picking them up, working, making 3 meals a day, doing 8 loads of laundry a week, somewhere in there? Curious. Just do me a favor and concentrate on the situation, all right? Am I dating? What kind of question is that?
It was I don't know what kind of...
Well, you can't live forever, so that's just one thing you've got to get out of your minds right now.
Hi.
Now listen, I don't want to ever see either of you kids in front of me for having broken the law. Do you understand that? Little admonition early in life. Put them on the right track.
It's nice.
Well, isn't this pleasant? All rooming houses should be like this.
It's not a rooming house. It's an ashram. It's full of Buddhists.
How you doing?
Very peaceful people.
Oh, yeah, well, I knew a Buddhist with a terrible temper.
Then he wasn't really a Buddhist.
He told me he was, and he said he loved being a Buddhist, but he also said he loved me, and that wasn't true, so what the hell do I know? What's his name?
Taft.
Mr. Taft! I don't hear anything.
Maybe he's sleeping.
Oh, Jesus Christ almighty!
Hey.
I'm sorry for that. I sometimes still lose it. I left her because she was out of control, and I needed a more mindful way of living. I didn't need a show home. I just needed a place of peace and simplicity. I mean, look around. I mean, this is who I am. A man without material wealth.
Except for the sizable amount of money in your bank account. I ran a credit check. Force of habit. I used to hunt down deadbeat dads.
Look, your wife's been under a lot of stress, and she's basically gone over the edge. So you're gonna have to step up and take care of someone other than yourself for a while.
Does it look like I'm taking care of myself? I'm sleeping on a grass mat and eating beans because I'm just trying to let go. And I can't do that when all Erica wants to do is just to hang on to things.
Okay, technically, she's let go of a very big thing.
Burning the house down was not letting go, huh? That was an act of aggression. Jesus. Just thinking about that just sends me right back to that dark place.
The dark place?
That's what I call our marriage. I just don't know if I can be around her.
Nevertheless, she needs your help.
Yeah, I mean, like, what would Buddha do?
Lord Buddha. I'm gonna have to meditate on this.
Oh, give me a break.
Excuse me?
She didn't mean that. No, go ahead. We'll just, wait.
Yeah.
Thank you. You can help yourself to some beans.
Really? Oh, wow.
Just take it. Just take it.
If you put the street dealers out of business, it opens up the world for our children.
So you want to make the drug dealers irrelevant? Interesting.
Interesting? No, it's not. You're right. It's much more. It's inspired.
We give them diminishing amounts of their poison every week, and we minister to their spirits. And if by doing this, if it arouses the wrath of the constabulary, then I defy them to come in here and get me.
You hear what he just said? He defies them.
That's attacking. He doesn't usually work too well with the police, Reverend.
You know, the police pretend to want drugs off the street, but it serves their purpose to keep certain kinds of people addicted. Addicted people don't demand jobs and housing. But if you teach addicted people to respect themselves, hey, their voices can ring out in protest.
So how'd you get all the drugs?
We purchased them. A generous donation was made by...
Oh, come on, Mom. That money was supposed to be for Owen's tuition.
That boy isn't going anywhere near university, thanks to your lackadaisical parenting style. And that money is going to help reclaim some of the lost souls in this community.
Reverend, don't get me wrong. This is all fantastic stuff. And I'm not just saying that because I'm getting paid. I am getting paid on it.
If you do anything worth getting paid for, why aren't you out there trying to talk some sense into those police officers?
Because they're not in the mood to listen. Here's the thing, Reverend. If you don't walk out that front door with me pretty damn soon, they're going to take this place by force. You've been around, you know how violent it could get.
You can't scare him with that kind of talk. This is a man of conviction, and these people need his help.
These people are going to be vomiting blood in about 5 minutes.
The man makes a good point. I can handle myself, but our congregation doesn't deserve to be sacrificed. Our message needs to go out to the lawmakers. In any event, I should be lucid when I illustrate the depth of their apathy. I'll go with you quietly.
Oh, what can I say? Hallelujah. Right?
Yeah, great.
Just leave that stuff alone. It's fine.
They're expired. These cookies expired 2.5 years ago.
Cookies do not expire.
The ones with the cream filling do.
They're fine. I don't sell anything I wouldn't eat myself.
Oh, really? Okay, let's crank open a box.
Well, that'd be a waste. I'm not hungry.
I'm hungry.
Get that dog out of my store.
Crudgy do.
Tell me how you like it.
Why are you always bringing that dog in here?
We can't leave him outside. He might kill someone.
What does that taste like?
Like socks. Tastes like socks.
Well, how the hell would you know that? You eat socks? Look, if you keep doing that, we are going to have a problem.
Look, I cannot help you improve this store unless we agree to certain basic things. For example, selling rancid food is bad for business.
You think this store is going to save your life, don't you? Well, you're wrong. This store cannot help you in that way.
Well, then how come I'm feeling so much better since I started working here?
No more stomach pains?
My stomach's feeling much better. Thank you for asking.
Did you get the results of your test yet?
I don't want to talk about tests.
Why not?
Because I have to have more of them.
Well, that's not good, is it?
Like I said, I don't want to talk about it.
Is it a colonoscopy? I had one of those, big deal. They stick a tube up your ass with a camera on it.
Actually, when you get used to the taste, these cookies aren't so bad.
Ah, see, there, I told you. Now get this dog out of my store. You bring that dog in here again, I am going to maim it. And you put that perfectly good food back on the shelf.
This has got to stop.
Well, you have no idea what it's like to live in that house with the two of them. I mean, I can't please one without pissing the other off. It's, you know, it's a tug of war, and I'm the rope.
Who started it this time?
I don't know who started it last time.
Your wife.
Well, then probably my mother. I mean, they take turns. I don't know. I don't know. We had breakfast. I went to work. Next thing I know, my neighbor calls and tells me she's had them both dragged off to jail. Meddlesome crone.
Who, your mother?
Oh, my God. My neighbor. She's forever interfering.
Okay, it says here that she saw them fighting in the driveway. Maybe she just thought one of them was going to get really hurt this time.
No. The only reason that she called the cops was because somehow they managed to trash her car while they were going at it. I mean, it's totally unnecessary. I would have paid for the damages. Oh, my God. What am I going to do about these two?
I don't know.
Oh, you have to have some idea.
No, I don't.
The children didn't have any clean underwears in their drawers.
It was in the laundry room. I just hadn't brought it upstairs yet.
Oh, what were you waiting for?
You know, there's a lot more to being a mother than making sure the clothes get put away.
No, that's basic. If you can't
Ask her
even...
if she ever took her kids to the park or let them paint or read them a book.
Do you know what this is about, Mr. Weeks?
Well, apparently Mrs. Baranek feels that her grandchildren's laundry...
I got that part. I meant, are they co-accused in this matter? Or...
Yes and no, Your Worship. DeRay, initial A for the record.
For which one?
She's my lawyer.
Mr. Ray?
Well, I've represented them both. I've just never had to deal with them at the same time.
Maybe we can sort this out later. Can I read the allegations?
Go ahead, Mr. Weeks.
Both Mrs. Baraneks are charged with mischief and assault with a weapon. Police were called to their home at around 9:30 this morning after their neighbor observed the two women throwing things at each other in their kitchen, and then leave the house and continue the fight in the driveway where Mrs. Baranek, the younger, picked up a metal garbage can and threw it at her mother-in-law.
What's the matter with you, Fiona? You could have killed her.
She can't be killed. She's a vampire, for Christ's sakes.
Both of you be quiet. Go on, sir.
The argument then escalated, and they both began throwing just about anything they could get their hands on. A flower pot, a gardening fork, a bag of fertilizer. At some point during the barrage, the neighbor's car was damaged, and the police arrived, bringing the altercation to an end. They were both charged with separate counts of assault and mischief. Apparently, police have been called to the home for numerous domestic disturbances on at least 5 different occasions.
Well, it's a very volatile and complex situation, Your Worship.
They both have outstanding charges. A daughter-in-law for uttering death threats, and the mother-in-law for assault with a clothes hamper.
This isn't me. I am not like this. I have never before in my life tried to hurt anyone. I have tried. I have tried really, really hard, but she just won't stop criticizing me. Everything I do as a wife, as a mother.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, whine. That's all she ever does.
Your Worship, may I just... What do I need to do to get you both to shut up and let me do my job?
No problem. I want you to do your job. I don't want to be here with her. I want to go back to my house.
It is my house, you crazy bat!
Okay, you know what? That's the problem. You can't both go back there.
I don't know. What do you want to do, Mr. Ray?
Well, Your Worship, Mr. Baranek is here. Come on to act as surety.
For both of them? How's that going to work?
Yes, clearly they can't live together, and he can only bail one of them out. Is there someone else who can bail your mother out, sir?
No, there's no one.
That's because the 2 daughters moved to Vancouver to get as far away from her as possible.
She came to live with us to help out of the goodness of her heart.
Lazy.
It's true. I only want to help.
I work long hours, and my wife works from home. We have 3 children. My mother, she cooks. She does the shopping.
And I have to start doing the laundry so the children can have clean underwears.
The house is immaculate. It's never looked so clean.
I got that, sir. But for the 6th time, the police have had to come to your home because of fights between these 2 women. To continue to allow them to reside under the same roof, given the nature of this latest incident, you have to make a choice, sir.
What kind of choice?
Only one of them can come home with you.
Looks like you're out of luck, Mama.
No, I am not going to do that. I am not going to leave my mother in jail.
Well, you most certainly can't leave the mother of your children in there either.
What's it going to be, sir?
I mean, what would I do?
Kill yourself?
Mr. Baranek, we don't have all day.
I need some time to think. I need, please, just let me think.
Your Worship, could we let him think?
Why not? Bring them back to the cells.
Not so sure of yourself now, eh?
Button it, you crazy woman.
All right. Oh, sorry. Thank you.
When you say an insignificant amount,
Yeah.
I think of $100 for food, not $400 for her own clothing.
You know, it was a dumb thing to do, and she knows that. But a custodial sentence isn't going to teach her anything new.
Hey, looky, looky.
Oh. Hey, babe.
Jack,
Looking better and better, huh?
thank you. Thought you were in prison.
People keep saying that to me. I'm going to start feeling a little embarrassed.
He wasn't in prison?
What? I don't want to talk about him right now.
Why not?
Well, no, I'd answer that, but then we'd be talking about it, wouldn't we? Look, let's just get back to my poor, unfortunate client.
The thief.
Who may or may not be a thief, but who should definitely would not benefit from any time in jail.
In the relatively short time I've been doing this, I've never heard any Crown attorney say they wanted people in jail so it would benefit them.
But that goes to the heart of the problem with this system, I think. I mean, benefit, that should always be a consideration.
Okay, and here's what I think. A little time in jail would cement the lesson for that young woman. She needed a $400 suit to get a better job. I don't wear $400 suits. Hey, you really think she'd let them play around in that?
I just wanted them to have a little fun. They deserved it, you know. Look at them. You know, their father ran off with a masseuse, you know. Their mother's in jail.
People bathe in that water. People who may have lice or scabies.
Out of the water now! Come on, kids! Out of the water! Sorry, I shouldn't have let you, I'm not going to hold your hand, but let's go over here. And don't touch your mouth or your faces.
I didn't know about the Mr. Eby.
I think that other guys are better.
They're not.
Yeah. Bigger, juicier. Hey, you're good at that. You used to have a doll, didn't you?
It was not a doll, okay? It was a bear.
A big bear in a dress.
It was not a dress, all right? It was a kilt. You know, my real father gave that to me. He was Scottish.
Oh, yeah, the Phantom Bush pilot. Your mother bought that bear for you to eat and say we're having a sale. She got me one, too.
She did not.
I'd show it to you, but I gave it to a hooker. She needed something to comfort her. She had a tough life.
Yeah, oh, the hooker. That's your friend, Shelley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shelley Levine. Bless her soul.
Why are you talking about her like she's dead? I saw her last week.
I talk about everyone like they're dead. That's how I think of people in general, because my memories of them fade so fast.
Yeah, it's all coming back. See ya.
Oh.
So you had any of that?
Yeah, yes, as a matter of fact, I have, yeah.
Bullshit.
She took the pancakes right off my baby's plate and gave them to Ed.
The baby was finished.
If your precious son wants more pancakes, he can get up and make them himself. You keep your goddamn hands off my kid's food.
Look, I don't care about any of this. All I need to know is what you want to do.
I want to get out.
Yeah, well, that might be a little difficult to pull off. Ed isn't willing to choose which one of you gets to come home.
He actually said that. He thought about it, and he still can't choose.
No, so...
Unbelievable!
So you can both have bail hearings without a surety, which you'll probably lose, or you can plead, and I'll talk to the Crown about conditional discharges.
What does that mean?
It means that you'll have to attend anger management classes.
I have no anger. I'm just trying to help.
And you'll have to attend some sort of couples counseling.
Couples counseling? With her? You've got to be kidding. I am in hell!
You made it.
You brought me on me on the river. You want to get out of my face, old lady? I'm telling you right now.
What's it gonna be?
I can't do anything like that with her.
Me neither.
Okay, then, well, you're probably gonna both have to stay in jail.
Are you happy?
If you call something a war, you create enemy soldiers whose sole purpose it is to corrupt and recruit our children. And all your system can do is arrest the users, the addicts, people you should be helping, educating. And how is this drug war of yours coming along? If you weren't using your resources chasing street dealers, would you be able to fight those people bringing drugs into the country? The gangs who currently operate under a permissive environment of corruption. Isn't that a fight more worthy of men of your faculty?
I know I don't get into this courtroom very often, but does he just get to make speeches?
We try not to stifle people with procedure here, Mr. Patel. All information is good information.
I think what he means is, what harm could it do to listen a little?
Oh, does he? Thank you. But since he seems to have stopped for a moment to catch his breath, would anyone mind if I read in the allegations?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Police have had Reverend Thomas under surveillance for weeks while he went about the business of turning his church into a giant drug warehouse. When he was arrested this morning after an incendiary standoff with the ETF, he had enough crack and heroin in his possession to supply all the users in Parkdale for about a month.
I think he was actually planning for it to last a little longer.
I'm sorry?
Well, he bought a substantial amount of the stuff. He was planning to give it away for a period of several weeks.
To wean the poor unfortunates from their poison, so I could present them with another way to live.
Which he planned to do by,
Putting them to work, yes.
To work doing what, sir?
Cleaning my church, fixing up neighborhood homes, removing litter from the streets, working with their hands, amongst other human beings, to create a culture of dignity and self-respect.
So we're supposed to buy that you were running some kind of a rehab clinic.
The Reverend wasn't dealing drugs. He was just fighting the drug war on his own terms.
And I will continue to do so at every opportunity.
Which is why the Reverend's mental history notwithstanding, the Crown is seeking his detention.
Your Honor, there was no intention to break the law here. No money came to the Reverend from these drugs.
The charge is possession for the purpose of trafficking, which will stick. The Reverend received free labor from these people that he supplied.
I think we might have skipped over the Reverend's medical history a bit too quickly here.
Your Honor, you cannot release this man. Look, I realize that you have a certain amount of leeway in this courtroom, but you can't rewrite the drug laws, can you?
If the justice system cannot bend to the evolving needs of society, then what function does it serve? Humanity is not immutable, and neither should the law be.
The law isn't immutable, Reverend, but my role as a judge is to apply it, not write it.
I think what the Reverend is talking about is Your Honor's ability to interpret the law.
That's right. And don't stop now. You better keep at it. I have things to say to this man. If you don't start making points now, you're not getting paid anything.
Well, I was trying to make some points, but you...
Tell them who ratted on the Reverend in the first place.
Your Honor, they think it was the drug dealers when they realized that their customers were disappearing.
Yes, because the Reverend did more to hurt the drug dealers in our neighborhood in 1 month than the police did in 30 years. And that's the point you should have made right off the top. And since I made it myself, you're getting a reduction in your money. You have to let him go, Your Honor.
No, Lucia. I want my trial. I want my public forum.
Oh, you're probably going to get your trial, sir. I was hoping a bail situation could be arranged in the meantime, but if your plan is to pick up right where you left off...
I have no choice. I'm righteously serving the Lord. Hey!
And do you have any interest at all in talking to a psychiatrist?
No. Do you?
Yes. It's actually crossed my mind several times recently.
Then I hope you find peace if you decide to follow that course. Speaking for myself, I have no need of counseling of any kind. I am not deluded or even despairing, because I have found the object of my affliction. Hey! So, send me to jail. The closer I get to the depths, the stronger I'll be.
Is he consenting to his detention?
Yeah, sounds like.
No, no. You can't send him away. We need him, Your Honor.
Lucia. Be strong in my absence. You're a capable woman. Shepherd our congregation and keep them from becoming idle and vulnerable to temptation. And the first chance you get, buy more drugs.
Come on, if I'd heard that in any other courtroom...
Don't sweat it. It was just
It was a
another
direction
bench.
to commit a crime.
I'm a man with a history of mental
Now,
problems.
don't start on his mental state. There's nothing wrong with his mind.
Now, she may think he's infallible, but that doesn't mean she's gonna go out and buy drugs, does it?
Well, we'll just have to see what's required, won't we? Move!
Don't worry, I can handle it.
Get out the way.
I don't think that's true, do you?
No.
We had been trying to start a family for 5 years, okay? And she kept miscarrying. And now, well, she's almost 40, and it's probably...
I don't know if this has anything to do with the house.
Well, it was her child. You know, she became one of those overprotective mothers who reads too much about disease, thinks her child is always sick. Now, she would stay up night after night reading those decorating magazines, watching HGTV.
So what? I watch HGTV.
Are you obsessed with it?
Yes.
But she became paranoid. You know all those shows about shady contractors and how things can go wrong? Just went right to her head. So she would just terrorize the workers. She kept making them redo everything. You know, she made them tear down the drywall to check the R factor.
The amount of insulation in the walls.
She made them tear up the basement floor to check if the weeping tile had a sock on
to
it.
To prevent the water
yeah,
from
I don't need to know about weeping tile
Then
or
there was
R
the buying,
factor.
there was the turning of furniture, the painting and repainting of every room, and then the hiring and firing of designers. I mean, it got to the point, I'd come home every day and something was being redone. Okay. You know, one day, I came home, she was sitting in the middle of a stack of insulation, holding a piece of granite and sobbing. So I asked her what was wrong. She just said, "Isn't it obvious?" Like, oh, Christ. She fired 7 contractors in less than a year because she was convinced they were all taking advantage of her. I just wanted it to end. So one day, I decided not to go home. I decided to save myself.
Okay, yes, I understand that you got overwhelmed, but if you don't agree to bail her out, then she's going to sit in jail until her trial, which could take months. Is that what you want?
No, probably not.
Okay.
But do you mind if I just think about it for a while longer?
No. I'm getting used to it.
Using her children as decoys, Miss Fisher tried to distract the store clerk's attention by having them run around the store screaming. She then had them run out of the store, and pretending to chase after them, she first placed a suit valued at $389 in her bag. The store clerk observed her doing so and promptly called the police. Ms. Fisher was apprehended with the stolen merchandise in her possession.
Okay.
An aggravating factor is that Ms. Fisher is currently making restitution for welfare fraud.
The only reason that Miss Fisher even attempted to steal this dress was so that she could get a better job. All right, so that she didn't have to work 3 jobs in order to, you know, support herself and make the restitution referred to here, that's all.
So you want me to be lenient because she's having difficulty repaying money she stole from the government?
Yeah.
Sure, I could do that, Mr. Sachs, but I gotta tell you, that'd be pretty nuts.
No, Your Honor, all I'm asking you to do is consider a conditional sentence because, you know, Miss Fisher has these 2 small children that would have to go into foster care if you sent her to jail.
I think she needs something short and sharp to get her in line, Your Honor. Something in the range of 20 to 30 days.
Look, Your Honor, I don't think that's...
Yeah, I agree with Miss Montiel. If there aren't any consequences here, she could escalate.
But I can't work if I'm in jail, though, right?
Fair enough. I'd be happy with an intermittent sentence. She could serve it on weekends and still keep 2 of her 3 jobs.
Yeah, okay, but who's going to look after her kids then?
Yeah. Look, I'm really sorry that I did this, but please don't do anything to make them take my kids away from me. Please.
Hey, no, please, okay. It's okay. I will look after your kids. Okay, you know, I mean, if you need me to, all right? If it comes to that.
Mr. Sachs.
What? Hey, I could, you know, all right, I haven't actually ever taken care of a human being before, or even a fish, or a, whatever that is, a gerbil. But, hey, we would be fine, right?
Okay. I think maybe we should err on the safe side. I think a year-long suspended sentence will suffice. However, if you get arrested again for anything, you're going to jail. You got that?
We got it. We got it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
She's still obsessed with the house.
Of course I'm still obsessed with it. I put my whole being into that house.
Well, maybe you should have kept something from me.
The reno was your idea, if you remember.
A simple little addition. She took it.
I took it to the next level.
The level of insanity.
Len, Erica, I really don't think the JP needs to know all this information.
She's right. I just need to know if you're willing to supervise her.
Is she willing to be supervised?
As long as it doesn't stand in the way of rebuilding my house.
Your house is currently a crime scene, ma'am. There won't be any activity allowed on the site until the investigation is complete.
What kind of investigation?
Well, there was an arson.
You don't have to investigate that. I did it. I told you all that. So just find me or whatever and just let me go.
Mr. Ray.
I tried to explain it to her, Your Worship. This is what I meant when I was talking about her disconnection from reality. Look, Erica, there's probably a lot more than a fine involved here.
Anyway, back to the bail conditions. Can she live with you, sir?
There's no way I'm living in that freaky place people chant there. I hate that. I own a beautiful property in a desirable neighborhood.
Actually, you own a mound of ashes in a desirable neighborhood.
My client doesn't have a criminal record. The damages were restricted to her own home, and she's prepared to seek counseling.
Counseling for what?
Counseling for not knowing why you need counseling?
And I have to live with him.
Is that a problem, Miss Taft?
Not if he apologizes for deserting me in a war zone surrounded by lying, cheating Neanderthals who wouldn't listen to me just because I'm a woman!
Okay, I am sorry. I'm sorry I left you, Erica. Really, I am.
Good. Okay, I'll go with it.
Good.
We don't need the house to be happy. I mean, you wanted it to fill some kind of void, and all it did was make the void bigger. Okay, and I think if you just stop trying to control things.
So this is all my fault.
If you could just let go of this need for perfection.
You made me like this before we got married. I didn't care about houses or furniture. You were the one who wanted everything to be perfect so your family and friends would think you were stylish and successful.
Okay, but now I'm just trying to be a better person.
Oh, good for you. And are you happy in your little Zen camp, walking around in your diaper?
Please, that was not necessary.
This is all your fault. I'm houseless. I want my house back.
Yeah, you know why? Because it's all about you and your needs and your wants. You were the most selfish woman I've ever met in my life.
Like, do yourself a big favor. You just shut up.
No, shut up. I'm going to do myself an even bigger favor. I've changed my mind. I'm not taking her home, okay? She is on her own.
But
see you around.
But not if I see you first. So what now? What?
Good question.
Am I free to go?
Well, not technically. As soon as anybody finds out you're not being supervised,
But in the meantime, I'm free, right? Okay. Back to work.
On the house?
Well, first I have to find a contractor I want to kill.
Get in, boy. Get in. Come on. Come on, boy. In the car. Come on, boy. In the car. I mean it. Get in the f***ing car. Come on. I put those little booties on your feet. Get in the car. In the car.
Bucky.
Jimmy, help me out. Give him a push.
No.
He just needs a little push, please.
No, I'm not going to give him a push, okay? Now get out of there. Get out of there before the guy comes out of the store, sees you trying to steal his car, and calls the police.
Get him, boy. That boy.
Bucky, come, get out of the car. Get out of the goddamn car.
Okay. You don't have to have a stroke about it.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Just trying to make a living here. Come on, Griffin. Come on. Come on. Now you come. Come on. We know who our friends are.
She comes from 15 generations of women who tell their children how to live. who to marry, when to have their kids, what to name their kids, where to buy their house.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why Eastern European men succumb so easily to tyranny. Just a thought. Go ahead, your turn.
He asked me to move in because he was afraid the house was falling apart. So I do my part. I shop, I cook, I wash dishes.
Yeah, and when I wash the dishes, she re-washes them.
Then make them clean.
They are clean, you freaking Nazi!
Got it right, that's enough.
Will you
Hey, I just said that was enough. I don't mind a little taste. I don't want the whole meal, you know what I mean? What's your position here, Miss Montel?
Well, I certainly don't want them living together. I mean, normally I wouldn't ask for jail time, but they're not giving me any other option.
All right, where's the husband? Okay, come on, sir. You got to get in the game here. But we like to have family members involved in these decisions whenever possible.
Oh, it's okay. I'm comfortable with whatever decision you think is right.
There is no right here, sir. There's only expedience. Either you take home your wife or your mother. I've gathered this isn't as clear a decision for you as it is for a lot of people, but nevertheless...
I'm so confused, Your Honor.
You have to understand that everybody's not going to come out of this thing feeling happy. That's just the way it is, and you're going to have to face up to it.
Okay. I'll start by saying I love my wife.
Well, that's a good start, but you got to keep going.
She's so good with our children. She really loves being a mother. They go on adventures together. We never have dinner before 8 o'clock because she and the kids stay way too long at the park, but they always come home having had such a wonderful time.
You choose your wife. How hard was that?
But nothing ever got done around the house. There were piles of laundry in every closet. And I thought that I could live like that with the mess, no schedule, not knowing what was going to happen or how anything would ever get done. But then Mama moved in. We have dinner every night at 6 o'clock. The kids have a bath before bed. There's toilet paper. I know it doesn't sound like a big thing, but we were always running out of toilet paper.
I'm running out of patience, sir.
I married my wife because she was so free and relaxed. And I didn't want my kids to grow up the way that I did, but I was wrong. This is a better way. I like organized. I like tidy.
Choose!
I just want it to be clean. Oh, my God. Please let it be clean. I want my mother.
Nope, I don't like that decision. Release the daughter-in-law.
You said that it was my choice to make.
Yeah, when I thought you were going to make the right one. I'm not in the habit of separating mothers and young children. Your wife is coming home with you, sir. It's clearly the best thing for your children. She gets a suspended sentence with 1 year probation. Your mother gets 2 weeks in jail, after which time she will not be permitted to return to your home.
What? Where's she supposed to go?
I don't know. You got 2 weeks to figure that out.
She's probably wondering how she missed all those signs. Oh, I always wanted her to call Mama for her special recipes, ask Mama for help planning her wedding. He goes over every Wednesday night to put out her garbage, calls out her name in his sleep. Mama, Mama. Well, there are always signs. You just have to stay alert.
Shouldn't have offered to take my kids. It's not fair to them. They probably thought you meant it.
No, I did mean that. No, I mean, I had to play to the judge a little bit, of course, but no, I know. Hey, you know, if he would have sent you to jail, of
Yeah,
course
you would have taken them home with you?
Sure.
Why? What, you feel that sorry for me? I'm not pathetic?
No, it's nothing like that. No, I like you. You know, your strength is very strong, and I like that. You know, I like being around that. You know, I mean, hey, a lot of people in your situation would just give up, but not you. You know, you keep trying.
I'm doing great, aren't I?
Yeah.
The thing is, I think it's starting to affect the kids.
What do you mean?
I don't know, just what kind of expectations I'll have?
No. You know what? You work hard and you look after them and you love them. You really, really love them, and that's what's affecting them.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
I should probably get them home.
Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering maybe I could drop by and visit you sometime.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know, I mean, if it's not.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No offense, but this is just a little weird for me.
Okay. No, it's okay.
No, it's just I'm just not, ready to, I don't have the time. My life is just it's a mess, right?
Yeah. No, you know what? I wasn't asking for. I just thought we could hang out sometime. But if that doesn't work for you, that's fine.
No. That's okay. Hanging out's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Should probably be going.
Yeah.
you. You don't look so good.